Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Raising Angel's Hope. Let's see where this is going. What do you think about? I guess that's a very question. Is there something running heavy on your mind? A little bit. I never thought about the day when I might live here. I knew that I'd have to move on to another place, but I didn't understand what that might have been. The idea of what might await me was always just the same thing in my mind. Back to the world of trees and loneliness. Freedom. Now I don't know what I want. Do I want to go back to the life I've always known, or do I want to take the Major's offer and take more responsibility? I think you should follow what your heart wants you to do. But my heart doesn't have the answer. That's the problem now. Sorry, that advice usually works for most decision problems. What if you picked the one that would give you the most sleep? You'd be happier doing that, right? Sleep. My precious resource that I'm always short on. I don't remember what it was like having a full awake mind. Even now I can feel weariness hovering at the edges of my brain. But if I had wanted sleep, I could have just stayed in the bedroom when Yoy used me to bait Len out. I could have just left Kika and Jay to have walked around their cookout while I napped. Do I want that? Do I want to trade away these moments with people I care about for a little more rest? If I can help those people be trying to learn how to be a better leader, isn't that something I should do? Is my happiness worth the happiness of others? Why can't you be both? I know seeing you smile makes me happy. Same. Seeing you laugh brightens up my day. Just because you have to be responsible for other people doesn't mean you have to be happy or give up what you love. Working hard means that you get to see them happy, which in turn makes me happy. I guess that makes sense. You might also be in charge of your schedule, so you could always schedule little nap time breaks into the day. That would be the best thing I've heard in a long while. After lunch, naps are the best kind of naps. You really do love your nap time, don't you? I'm surprised you ever gave them up. I didn't think I was giving them up. Nobody ever told me that I'd lose sleep time coming here. If you knew that you'd lose so much sleep coming here, would you have still done it? I have to bite back an instant no. With my brain solely focused on my missing sleep, it would have been easy to just let it override the rest of my feelings. I not thought it is more slowly than I think Lena was expecting. If it was just based on my sleep schedule, of course I'd never have come here. More sleep is always better than less. But friends are the same way. More amazing friends are always better than an amazing sleep schedule. I feel the same way. We walk along the grassy path towards the truck in silence. I want to talk to her about the upcoming dance, but the words stick in my mouth. What do you think life on a carrier is going to be like? A carrier? That's where I'm going to be assigned as a fighter pilot. I wish you didn't have to go there. Why is that? I don't want to have to go fight and kill. I don't want to think about you having to blood in your hands by killing people. I know you told me that we have to fight to protect what we love, but I don't want to think like that. Yoi saw the errors of her ways. Why can't the rest of the universe? Faye, we can make the universe a better place if we all just found a way to work together. But I'm starting to see that if I just sit on the side and take my naps, that will never change. If you and I don't take action, that world will never exist. That's admirable, Faye. Are you looking forward to your assignment there? No. She understands. She gets that violence only begets more violence, and I don't want to think of her ever getting into that situation. Yoy and Sol, Oh, you're worried about being assigned to the same group with them. Every time I see Sol, guilt bubbles in my heart. I wish I could have told him months ago how far my feelings for him had drifted. I know seeing me tears his heart apart. And Yoy? But you said you trust her. But what if it wasn't enough? What if she gets on her mission to kill me and you aren't there? She wouldn't do that. You know that. I wish I could believe Faye. And then there's the graduation ceremony. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Right, there's always great food and these sorts of things I heard. Shrimp! Platters galore! I don't think I'm going to go. Once the graduation spring is over, I'm going to leave. Why? Too many people for me, Faye. Without Soul, I won't have anyone to dance with, and I'll just sit on the side by myself until it ends, just like Junior Academy. This is my chance. I thought I flopped heavily the first time. I have been given another chance to finally ask Glenn out. But do I really want that? After crushing on her for so long, I know if I want to do it. I don't think it will destroy a friendship like it did last time, but... Kika, Yoi, Lena. My heart is torn. I can only give my heart to Lena without a high chance of being returned. But do I want to give it to her? Okay, so basically, Yoi is in love with Faye, but I don't kind of like her, so that's the way I definitely am not going. Now there's Lena and Kika. The problem is Faye is in love with Lena, and then also Soul said that Lena actually has feelings for Faye. But there's also Kika, who I personally like a bit. At least more than other two, probably. And you might say something like, you know, Kika is acting all high and mighty and so on. But on the other hand, she's the one that always helped Faye without showing her own feelings, right? So she's keeping her own feelings to herself, I believe. Now, where do I want to go with that? Do I go Lena or do I go Kika? That's a tough decision to make. Maybe someone would say, if you don't know, if you want to choose between Lena and Kika, just go with Yoi. Nope. That's not going to happen. Alright, I might regret it, but okay, offer her to go with her. You both have feelings for each other. Even for Lena won't probably say that, so whatever. Let's do it! One click. What about me? I'd love to go to dance with you, Lena. Yeah, want to go with me? Lena, how much I care about you hasn't changed. Going with you to our graduation as your girlfriend would make me the happiest stupid in the world. Would you go with me? Please say yes, please say yes, please say yes. And she says no, and I'd love to go to dance with you, Faye. You would? Really? Of course I would. I'd love to have dance with my special guardian. Thank you so much. I'm so happy! I can tell. Look at your tail, Faye. It's happy too. Can I touch it now, since we are... I know she knows what she's saying now. Does that mean she really does love me? Just don't be too rough petting my fur. I'd never be too rough with you. That's what she said. Hey Chica, you've been playing that game by yourself for the last 10 hours? I think you've been playing on the same level for the last hour. Yeah. You've fallen in the same pit for 6 lives in a row. A pit you've never died on every other time I've watched you play. Oh. Kika, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. My controller is just acting up and killing me. What's wrong? Why do you keep saying that? Why don't you just let me sit here and mop my indignity? Because you think you flopped down in that hole when you proved to me you could clear the game with one hand is making me depressed now. What do you care? In less than a week, you don't have to bother humoring me anymore. You don't have to pretend to humor me anymore. Go on, just leave me to play my games in peace, Faye. Nope. At least say something. It's annoying when you just sit there like a rock. I'm still waiting for you to tell me what's wrong. Today was a pretty bad day, Faye. You don't like your assignment. You got a lot of them to bounce between. Did you hear what I got? I have to go be some stupid liaison officer for some research outpost out in the middle of the ocean. Breeze 7 is just a big tree sword on top of an ocean. There's nothing there but water, water, and more water! The only thing besides the tourist resorts on the ocean front are a bunch of ruins sunk far beneath the water, places that I will never, ever visit. Isn't this a good way to get past your phobia? Past what? Drowning? That would be the easiest way to never be afraid of water again. You could learn how to swim out there. Learn how to drown is more like it. You get to go work in a forest studying cute, cuddly critters while I have to work every day knowing one storm is all it would take to kill me. But that's not what's bothering me. Really? It's not the only thing that's bothering me. Kika, suffering alone doesn't make it stronger. It just makes the pain greater. That's not what he said. Who said? I had a pretty nasty fight with Blade a little while ago. My ears perk up in surprise. I've never seen you fight with Blade once. Every time you two disagree, he always steps back and says you're right. Because I'm always right. Maybe. Do you know what he said? He told me that I need to stop demanding on others. That I need to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. That's actually true. Me, Kika Star, the heroine of the modern age. He said that I didn't know how to live without someone to depend on, and that my codependency was what was holding me back. I didn't even know he knew what that word meant. Like I need someone watching me and depending on me to be a hero. That's ridiculous. Well, you do seem to depend pretty heavily on your minions. I don't depend on one. I don't need one. That's why I'm fine that he doesn't want to go to the final dance with me. If Blade doesn't want to be my minion anymore, then he can just get up and go. That's a terrible time to tell you this. I jump out on my seats. Something's not right here. Blade has been glued to Kika since I first met them. I'll have to go get to the bottom of this. I'll be back in a moment. Fine, I didn't want someone watching me fail at life anyway. I'll only be gone for a second. It takes time, but the memories come to dig up the database, but thankfully Man and Blade always have their study group at the time as always. Blade! Thank goodness I caught you! I was just about to go with Man to return our books to the library. It's so weird to think we aren't going to need this anymore. Mana, could I talk with Blade privately for a moment? Certain, I'll take your books back as well, Blade. Thank you very much. When you talk, Blade. Is it about what I said to Kika, isn't it? I know she doesn't take it very well. Why do you tell her that? I have spent the last 5 years shielding Kika from the truth about herself. Her father hired me as her tutor, but I soon discovered a truth about her she couldn't stand. The thing is others. It's more complex than that. When we were nothing more than a hard instruction pupil, she was a very quiet girl. Quiet? Don't laugh, she was. I'm sure you've seen it before. I can think of a good moment other than right now. That's because for the first time since we met, someone other than I was giving her what she craves most. Video games. No. Ice cream. A reason to be a hero. A reason to be a hero. Isn't that what she said she was trying to do the entire time? I mean, she never once claimed anything else. But isn't helping make the universe a better place reason enough? Do you think Kika Star, who has seen both the best and worst politics has to offer, wants to be a hero to unseen masses? Yep. Then why would she have spent so much time investigating who was harassing you over Lena? There's no reward in it, other than the new one she wants. But that doesn't just mean she wants friends she can protect and have admire her. Oh! Has Kika always been terrible at making friends? The few she has made over the years want what her father has, not what she can give them from her heart that survives her. When she realized that I would support her, she became overwhelmingly dependent on me. Until she met you, she never dared risk exposing her heart to another fraud. And seeing how much she's grown in trusting you, I think it is time for her to cut off that dependency on me and learn to find new friends she can give her heart and soul protecting. Why don't you tell her that? I did in elaborately more detail than what I have given you. She refused to hear it and accept her weakness. I shake my head. I think she understands better than you know. Perhaps, if nothing else, I hope my former pupil and heroine. I don't know where hairpin come from. But really, it's not easy to get the letters on his wings. Understands that the path she set foot upon during her stay at this academy is one she must walk to be that heroine she dreams to be. Thanks, Blade. I'm going to go see if she's finished playing that level yet. Good luck, Faye. Sure enough, you guys managed to get past the pit that was previously devouring her. As soon as I walk in, she smirks and I see traces of Blade's concerns. I told you I'd get past the trap, no problem. Feeling better? I told you I was fine from the start, I was just annoyed that Blade was... Whatever, I passed the level. Do you want to go take a walk outside? Sure, I was getting bored beating the same boss over and over again. It feels so nice out here, doesn't it? I think out of all the things here, I'm going to miss the nice weather. It is sitting on the top. I see how it is. I was going to put you, Lena, Yoi, and all of my older friends at the top, but I know we are going to see each other again. It's still not nice to tell your friends that you value grass more than them. Maybe I'll say I'm going to miss that tree more than you and see how you like it. I don't know, it is a really nice tree. I'm gonna put it second on my list. Kika breaks out laughing, snickering at my lame joke. I think I have to put you on the top of my list. Pop, I'm really going to miss hearing your random thoughts. We've had a pretty weird year, haven't we? Between the test, the crazy love life you've had, and assassination attempts, things have been a lot more exciting than I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of people who kept their distance from me because my father is soon going to be the president of Earth. Oh yeah. Your father was just named by the board of directors to the position, wasn't he? Yep, I thought they might have tried dragging me into it, but all of the stories were about him and the other candidates. I'm proud of him. He's setting the bar high for me too much. I think I'll settle for a male for now, but I'm going to be a director someday. I don't think I'll be able to handle the stress that came with the job. I don't think so either. That's why I have to be the hero and you have to be the minion. If I'm up there keeping things calm, you can go out there and do all the exploring you want without fear. Blood says that I need to depend on others less, that I can't base my worth on the happiness of others. I disagree. To think that my personal happiness is worth more than my trusted friends and those who depend on me is just selfish. It's okay to be selfish once in a while. If you aren't happy, how can I be happy? I'm not happy that Blade finally stopped lying to me about why he has stuck around this long. Huh? I know I've been depending on him as a touchstone for far too long. I know that he just humors me most of the time. The truth of what he was is just me being selfish, Faye. He didn't want to be my minion, he had to be my minion. Not for money or prestige, but because he knew I needed someone I could depend on. You wouldn't believe how much I hate that thought. It's almost as bad as the people who tried to use me to get to my father, even if I was the one in charge. Our relationship was just the same. Completely one way. Now that I think about it, if we tried to go kick our route, it might end that way. She would be dependable on Faye all the time, actually. So maybe it was not a wrong decision. I knew that. I knew it was only a matter of time before he left me. I even assumed it would be at the end of the academy. Coming here was his idea after all. I just wish he wouldn't have done it a week before he left and right before the dance. That's what was upsetting you. If he would have just waited until the last moment and then told me, I would have been much more accepting of it. He could have left me and I could have... I know. I'll survive. His plan for was clearly obvious. There's a reason that I'm always the one who does the planning stages. His plan. What plan? He has his strange notion that I don't know how to make friends. I've met plenty of friends this year. By breaking our pact at this point, Blade thinks that he can force me to break out of my shell and ask someone out to the dance. You are not going to ask. He flatters himself by thinking that he was my first choice. I knew he was leaving, so I was going to brave my fears and ask someone else. The problem is the person I want to ask out has a big crush on someone else and is obviously asking them. There's no point in asking them no matter what he thinks about it. So thanks to him, my primary and secondary plans have now flopped and the illustrious Kikasa is going to be going to her graduation dance by herself. That's why I'm upset. I didn't think he'd abandon me in my hour of need. Who was your primary? Is it someone in our squad? What? I always underestimate just how naive you are despite all this personal growth. Did she mean me? I think I fit the description she gave. Face flashed through my mind. As I turned too much a face to someone else, Kika would know that fits the picture. All I can come up with is myself in my crush being Lena. And she'd be right once again. I'm happy that she wanted to go with me, but it is too late for this to happen. I think it would be best for me to just play my usual ignorant self and skirt around the topic. As much as I like Kika as a friend, I think it might make our friendship a little weird if I were to go to dance with her. Don't worry, Kika, I'm sure we'll find someone that will go with you. That's sweet of you to say, Faye, but I don't think I'm going to pick anyone. Why not? You just have to be brave and bold and find someone to ask. I knew you can do it. I know you can do it. Of course I can do it. There's no question that I can't. I can. There is a little question that she could. A wee one that without Blade's prodding, she wouldn't find the determination to do it. She might say him ditching her is the only thing upsetting her, but I just won't want to go with random people to my graduation from this academy. It might not be that big of a deal to most people, but it is something I'm proud of doing. Just finding a random cadet to be with me for the stupid ceremony diminishes the glory of it. This is something I did, and I did with both new and old friends. If I can't go with them, I'll just go with myself and bless other people with my presence while I'm there. Ow. Wow. Not exactly the solution to my problem that I wanted, but Blade and my own hesitation this year put me here. Want to get in trouble with the instructors? I was told very clearly that I had to bring someone for a dance partner. That's only for the squad leader since you have to do the opening dance. Barbaric practices. I tell you, you could teach them the first moment after the dance. But you better not. We didn't work this hard protecting certain people from other people to have you break their hearts. Yeah. So don't worry about me. I'm not happy with how things turn out, but I'm gonna survive. Not happy to survive or even glad to survive, but survive I will. Heroes don't give up because things don't go their way. There's always the chance of a last-minute turnabout. Well, until then, would you like to play some games with me? It would be better than letting what Blade did erode your Sunday. I told you, already over that. I was over that seconds after he told me. Stop looking at me like that! Never picking a star! That's one of the rules and you know it! My honor demands that you face me up on the fields of battle. Iraqi 5, final destination map, no items. If you want to play games with me, just say so. Stop it! I'm about to curl up and get some well-deserved sleep when I hear the telltale smashing on my door that signals Yoi's arrival. I'm getting ready to go to bed, Yoi. What I just heard is that you are getting ready to get out of your room and come play cards with Jedi. But come on, Faye, we list our other players and we need at least 3 people to play. I'm kind of tired but we are running out of time to hang out. Please, I want to spend as much time with you as I can. When you put it like that. Awesome sauce! We'll be waiting for you down the day room. Goodbye, night of good sleep. I shall meet you once more once I leave this place. There she is! Hey, just in time! Not really. Kirk already ran off. So there's no point in playing spades anymore. I can play both hands. You know that's unfair and never going to happen despite how many times you offer it. Play! If you don't need me to play anymore... You don't have to leave! Sit down, Faye! We were just talking about our assignment. I grab a seat next to you. Already committed to spending my night to hanging out, no abandoning them now. You two look like you are playing a card game already. It's a highly advanced and technical player game called War. Yeah, that's very advanced, that's true, very. Yeah, right. Very thoughtful and strategic gameplay is required and takes years to master. Obviously. Well, how long have you been playing? Years! All you do is flip cards from your stock and whoever flips the higher card takes both of them. That doesn't seem that difficult at all. Don't listen to him, Faye. It's really challenging and I mastered with it. I mean, just look at this stack of cards. This is the third time we flipped the king of hearts. What? I've shuffled a couple of times. I'm going to catch you in the act of cheating once before we graduate, yo. Not with how observant you are. So admit it. Yep, I admit it. You are really bad at spotting things. That's the... Anyway, we're just talking about our assignments. You're never going to admit it, are you? Admit what? I give up. Smart man. So, what do you think about that weird choice Broomy gave you to you? I bet you were scared that he had managed to get out the job in waste disposal or something. I thought he was going to send me to the front lines as a commando. I'd pay to see that. Little Faye here, wearing big, honking power armor, carrying a rocket launcher as she fought the first of evil. Little Faye beat you in our worker competition, if you could recall. Hey, running fast and striking through a combat zone with 80 pounds of supplies on your back are two totally different things. I'm not saying I'll be much better than you. It's not that bad. Bitch getting stuck in a floating death trap in space. At least when you are on the ground in a fight, you can do stuff to fight back and save your life. Someone launches a missile at you and your countermeasures fail. Boom! Even worse, what happens if I'm asleep on the carrier and an attack hits the deck where I'm sleeping? Whoosh! There goes you out into the cold vacuum of space. That's not a concern on a ground base. At least you get to stay with people you know. So I try to keep a little bit of the sadness bred from the conversation with Kika out of my voice. The concerned looks tell me that I wasn't able to filter enough of it. It's not like friends you've ever really disappeared. Especially since I know how to call you up and you know how to send me messages over the net. We both know how to never be out of touch of the other. Besides, if there is one thing old man Io has said before, it is that the Katajion Space Force isn't that big. There's pretty strong likelihood that we will see each other again someday. If anyone has any complaints about their commandis, it is Lena, getting paired up with her ex-boyfriend with whom she awkwardly broke up and a ranger who tried to murder her. I'd be really unhappy. She's also unsure about how that is going to play out at her assignment. I can't blame her. I'm just glad she's still talking to me at least. Give me time. I'll show her once again how amazing being a friend with you can be. Amazing. Exactly. So, why did you tell Jade about it? I'm surprised that you told other people. It's Jade. He's cool. Totally cool. It's also not a secret anymore with my employers, so I can tell whoever I want to tell. Kind of weird to be honest, but I'll take it. Just like you'll take me to the dance. Yeah, pass. Huh? You two are going to the dance together? Well, both of us wanted to go to the dance and both of us ruined our chance with our first choices, so the two souls in the dark paired up. There's nothing worse than trying to be a ladies' man and ending up going stuck to a big dance. Glad to know I was your last option. Whoa, hey! I told you that you were always my first option, but there was no way I expected you to not have someone with you. Not after I totally blew all chances. So, Faye, you've got Lena going with you, right? I don't know how well she can dance, but I hope it is good enough to make Brownie happy. I asked her right after we got out of class. I knew that's what you two were walking off to talk about. Well, don't hold us in suspense. Did she say yes? Yo is quivering the excitement elsewhere. I'm a little surprised at her eagerness to hear the results of my attempt to ask Lena out, considering I'm confident that her first choice was asking me out. I smiled. Yo really does want to be my supportive friend, even if that means all we ever remain is friends. She did. I was worried for a moment since she sounded like she was going to sleep on the second the dance and dinner part started. Yeah, she never struck me as the type who knows how to properly enjoy a party. Unlike us. Totally! You two are going to get yourselves into big trouble, are you? Why would you say that? I want you both to graduate, and if there is alcohol there, you might end up doing something that could jeopardize it. We won't be stupid, Mom. Yeah, and if I recall correctly, only one person in this conversation doesn't know how to handle their liquors. I really wish Saul would tell us what she was like that night. He didn't say anything? Nope, he said that as long as you were keeping your mouth quiet about what you were talking about, he'd keep quiet about your conduct. Which means Faye must have acted like a fool and he won't talk about his unrequited love for Lena. Boring! Boring? You were the one who was pestering him for hours trying to find out what she did and said. No, but you can't prove that. Actually, I was recording it on my phone. You want me to ask Mana to go out with you to the dance? I'll get right on that. But mysteriously, the file was corrupted and there is no evidence left. Why are we sitting around talking about dates when we could be playing cards? Shove them up and deal them to Faye. Me? Yes, I'm going to teach you how to beat Jade at cards before you go. Yay. And for you leave here today, the lessons you have gained here will continue on for a lifetime. I'm also glad that Faye had me stand in front of my slot. It's a lot harder to fall asleep when you can see the Major staring right at you. I had to wake up when they brought us up. One by one, and handed us our certificates for graduating. It might have made a little more of an impact if I hadn't immediately taken them back until tomorrow when we leave. The headmaster's speech giving hasn't improved since the start of the year. Neither has Yoi's attempts to quietly make conversation with me while we are supposed to be quiet and attentive. Major Bramford staring daggers at us. But what does he expect me to do? I'm quietly trying to tell Yoi to be quiet, as he saw, but she is just too excited at the moment. Make us proud of us of the Katajion Space Sector! Applause radiates out over the grounds as the speech finally comes to an end. Almost just as quickly, the dim murmur of conversation breaks out over the grounds. I can see several cadets heading for the exit, probably to pack or get some sleep for an early departure. This is fair. I know, how dare we all graduate. It's crime against humanity letting this many mutants into the force. Mutants? What? Don't want me. This is our last night together. Can't you keep it under control just for one night? Fine, it's a crime against humanity to let Yoi into the force. Bleh! I suppose that's a more acceptable statement. Oh, that hurts. Hey, wait, I know what drugged you. That's what isn't fair. How am I the lowest ranked person graduating from our squad? I'm Pico Star, hero extraordinaire. Do you want me to answer the question, or do you want to be ignorant in your indignance? I'll take that as yes. All of the junior pilot positions are billeted as lieutenant positions, so myself, Lena, Yoi, Luther and Jade are all given the rank of lieutenant out of here. Mana is being given a highly technical position with a team, so they made that billet for a captain. Same thing with both of Faye assignments and Blade's hidden one. Though I heard rumors that the duty officer post is actually a vice commander one. I could be vice commander if I took it? Temporarily, your rank is tied to the position, so you'll be demoted when you return to your original job. Neat. Not neat. I'm getting stuck in a flight officer position when it should be me who is the vice commander. You should have worked harder. Come on, relax. It doesn't matter who gets what rank. What matters is that we all graduated! What also matters is that they are bringing out the food. Can you smell it, Kika? I was expecting this to be a sit-down dinner, not a buffet. I'm going to get a plate of shrimp that reaches to the stars. You should make a shrimp salad. Greens to make it good for you. Don't you think you should get ready for the opening dance first? Don't I have time for a tower of shrimp first? You're not going to dance very well if you turn yourself into a roly-poly shrimpy, are you? I'm not going to dance very well without my shrimp. I've never danced before. Cut this as a train wreck rating to happen. Shut up, Saul. It's graduation night and you really need to learn how to lighten up. He grabs a glass of some mysterious red liquid and shoves it in his hands. I wonder if that is some punch. I could really go for some myself right now. Would you like a drink, Faye? Thanks. I'll go get us something sweet. Sorry, I'm just trying not to think about her right now. Hey, it's okay. Someday you'll learn how to be a civil person and you'll win her back. What about that blonde girl standing over there that you hang out with when Lena is looking? I know you got some side game. If you will excuse me, I'm leaving before I endanger my graduation for knocking out a fellow graduate. Yeah, I wouldn't knock out your son or girl either. Violence is never the answer. Yoi, he's not the only one who needs to be civil on our last night. Okay, I was pretty rude. I'm sorry, Sol. It was uncalled for. Accepted. Natalie is a nice person than either of us. What? It's her? Okay. I can't wait to meet her. You aren't. Totally, I'm going over there right now. Come on, let old Faye fix your love life like she promised earlier in the year. Captain Moonfallow, we are ready to begin. Please bring your partner out onto the center ground. It takes me a moment before I realize that I'm Captain Moonfallow. Just like that. No ceremony. No quasi-magical transformation. Just 1 minute cadet. Next minute captain. I know the Rulians have formal ceremonies for this. I guess it is just another weird Katajion Space where pomp and ceremony are led by the wayside. I brought the drinks. No time for drinks, Lena. We need us out of the dance floor. Okay. Lena leads me toward the area of pavement they have marked off for the dancing area. For something that is a time-honored tradition, they don't seem to invest much money or effort into it. Then again, they never seem to invest much into anything traditional. There's lot of other squads. How are we going to dance when we are shoulder to shoulder with everyone else? What are we going to do when everyone else wants to dance? This just seems like a really bad planning. I don't like this. Sir, we only have to do this once. You can take the lead. The music starts up and I take Lena's hand into mine. If I recall correctly, you're supposed to lead like this. Almost immediately, I bump my hands into the back of bulky Mitra who was standing next to us. Sorry. I pull Lena as close as I can to me to maximize the distance between us. This should be romantic and sweet, but all it is wrong and smelly! The music is going on, but all I can do is shield Lena away from the circle of people that have engulfed us. What sort of crazy tradition is this? Are you okay? I want to dance with you and confess something. The sorrow in her eyes is like a drill to my heart. She wanted this to be something special, and instead all she's getting is crushed. I have to do something about this. Holding tight to Lena's hands, I use as a split to cut through the mob of cadets. They don't seem to be very pleased that I'm forcing my way through as I dance, but I'm going to let this moment go. Just as the song begins to end, I lead us to freedom and fresh air. Time to make our getaway. But what about? We can go into the open area by the administrative building to do our dancing. We should have plenty of room. Okay. Fine. Nobody's here. There's no food here for. Oh. Do you want to go back? Lady Edek, would you grace me with a dance? It would be my pleasure, Lady Moonfallow. Nice. You know, I was scared when I first started to fall in love with you. When we went out to the town the first time I was confused. Sorry. Oh. But there is not a moment of confusion in my heart now. Faye, I told you I had a confession for you. I'm scared to tell you it. It's okay, tell me what's in your heart. I've been scared all of my life to ever trust someone with my heart. I've been left scared and torn by those who preyed upon my growing up. Even so, though I never could say, I was scared to hurt him, scared to lose that protection he gave me. But then a certain bright-eyed, naive Lupit refused to let me wallow in my fear. She never gave up on me even when my fear refused to let the truth in my heart show. What truth was that? That I did trust you. I wanted to give my heart away. I wanted someone to patch up the tattered holes. I wanted to be able to love you. And thanks to you, I got everything I ever wanted. I love you too, Lena. I rest my head on her shoulder, letting her head away through the dance of our hearts. Are you sure you have everything packed? Yes, sis. Did you do a double check under the bed? For the last time I did. The cadets are all gathered out in the front of the gates that we shall pass through for the last time. For some of us, anyway, Bled was only here for a moment to say goodbye before Kika hurried him away to go report into the headmaster. Mona seemed a bit upset, but Jade slacking quickly drew her attention. I don't know if I'm happy or sad that I'll never hear them bickering again over the silly stuff. It's the same as Yoi banging down my door. Today is the last time it will happen. The last day with the friends I had gathered here. The last day of the little stressful life I've built here. It wasn't as painful leaving my home behind. I guess I'm the first one to be leaving. It's because the old man needs time to get himself and his cane on the bus. Same day will be as old as me. No way! I'm going to be forever young. Good luck out there, Yator. Say hi to the little Leo for me, okay? And me. Tell him Auntie Yoi wants him to grow up big and strong like his daddy. I'll make sure to do that. Goodbye. We'll see each other someday down the space lanes, I'm sure. Everyone coming to say goodbyes, huh? Yappa, where'd Mana go? She's already in the bus. I told her that we need to say our farewells, but she always hates these sorts of things. And she doesn't like most of us. Yeah, she was a little happier than she should have been that the only person coming with us is Kika. Bleh. Congratulations, Jade. Whoa, what did I do? You managed to keep yourself out of trouble this year and graduated just like you said you would. Hey, I managed to keep myself from getting caught this year. Big caveat to that statement. Not really, but I did catch you all early on with the whole cookout thing. Details. You're going to do alright, Faye. I know it. You too, Jade. Just work on those pickup lines. Hey, want to help me load the bags? Hey, but I want to spend every moment I can with my little wolf before we have to part ways. Jade gestures towards the crowd. I don't see who he is pointing out, but Yoi seems to understand and grins. Oh, they totally need that, don't they? Sure, I'll help. Don't go anywhere until I get back to Faye. Okay. Wonder what got into them. Oh, that's what got into them. Helena, I was hoping you hadn't left yet. I couldn't live without seeing my friends one last time. So, did you decide if you were going to take that assignment? I am. Father would want me to go where I could do the most good, and I think that is where I can do the most good. I'm proud of you, Faye. I know it will be wonderful wherever I have signed you. I am crossing my fingers that I get an assignment on the flying wind so I'm not too far from everyone. I don't want you to come there. Eh? What? Faye, you believe in the good and hope embedded in the hearts of the universe. It's a noble dream. It's one I wish I could believe in. I want nothing more than you by my side, but I'm not going somewhere I'd want you to command. I don't want to think of the blood on your hands. I've fallen in love with you, but my love means we have to stay away. It's not fair after how long I had to wait to be with you. Lena pulls me close to her. I can feel her heart beating next mine. I don't want to ever let that go, but I'm not going away, Faye. You're not? I'll always be in your heart. But I'll miss you too. I'll confess to you the first leap they'll let me take. Promise. I promise. I don't want to let my new love wither under the harsh sun of loneliness. I have to go. Do you have to leave? If I don't now, I don't think I will be able to. Stay safe, Faye. Remember to always keep your sheep's nose pointed at something other than the ground. I will. Goodbye. Goodbye. Don't cry, Faye. Think of all the good times. Don't cry. Don't cry. Hey, Soul. Soul, thank goodness for the distraction. I know I won't allow myself to cry over Lena near him. Stay strong, Faye. Did you want to say something to me before you leave? If only it was that easy. I'm sure you can find a way. My problem is that I don't know what to say anymore. On one hand, you are the mood who destroyed the relationship with the woman I love. I knew stray dogs preyed on whatever they could, and it feels like my expectations have been met. I'm not a stray dog. There lies the problem that rages in my mind. You are not what I expected. I have met few virus-born. Those I have met have been nothing but scoundrels and scum. They fit my views perfectly. But you? You've helped the woman I love to survive and grow stronger. You helped take care of your fellow cadets, human and not. You've done most of what I expected squad leader to do. If you were a human, I would have been happy to have served alongside a couple and educated cadet. If you were a human, I'd want to punch your face in for tearing my heart into pieces by leading Lena away from me. But because I'm in a pit, you want to do the same exact thing. Which brings me to another point of confusion. You are not a human, but you are a human. You are obviously a Lupit, but you are obviously not what I know Lupit to be. I thought you were going to be nothing more than a pesky little puppy who would be kicked out on day one. Yet, here we stand, For as much as I have learned this year, very little of it makes sense. Then the frame of your view is good. What would you know about it? What would you know about any of this? Then again, what do I know about any of this? You seem really confused for someone who just graduated on Academy second year class. Since I'm too fuzzy to be a human and too nice to be this demonic view of Lupit you have, why don't you just tell me what you'd tell Faye? Not Lupit, not a human, just a Faye. That's possibly the stupidest thing I've heard anyone other than Yoy ever say. Just try it. Alright, you're a sneaking dog who took advantage of my stupidity with Lena's feelings for your own gain. I don't know if I can let it go. I never saw you as anything more than Lena's pet, which makes me the blindest person here. That's what you want to say to me as your final words? No, but that's the only thing I know in my heart. Regret that I ever underestimated you as both a rival cadet and a person in Lena's heart just because you were a Lupit. Maybe if we meet someday in the future, after I suffer through an assignment with the woman I love who is in love with a Lupit in a far-off land, I will know exactly what to say. Good luck out there, Faye, and stay safe. I don't want to see Lena to ever see a report that you were killed in action. Same to you, Sol. Fly straight! Because he wasn't the only one who didn't know what they want to say in their final moments. Part of me wishes to never see him or his racism ever again, but my heart is curious if he ever finds his answer. Hey, I'm so sorry, I was going to get his stuff on the bus, but then that bird bug approached. What did he say? It's the last day and you were alone. It had to be something terrible. I'll cut the fuel lines to his fighter to avenge you. Isn't that a bit excessive? No, I'll get it approved through the official channels, and that way I can do it legally. Too soon? Yeah. I'll settle for just giving him bad navigation data so he ends up lost on some explored planet and isn't seen again for years. I laugh at the thought of Sol with a big, thick beard trudging out of the forest wearing a bearskin cape. It's okay. Sol was just trying to figure out what he wanted to say before he left. I bet you are happy to be rid of him. Hello? I wish I could be rid of him. Don't you want to be a pilot instead? Sol is smart enough to be a science guy, right? Sorry, I don't think I could live in a little fighter cockpit. You're telling me? No, Faye, tiny cockpit, and Sol, this is the worst possible assignment. At least it is only a 2-year assignment. If they don't just extend it out a year, then I can go find an escort assignment with Marakia. With Marakia? Yes, then we can be reunited to Faye's natural habitat. I don't know why, but I just picture you deep in the jungle, covered in only a thin fur top and loincloth. Tribal paints across your face, with your hair down to your knees. Faye the barbar! Huh? It'd be pretty hot. We'd all need to dress you up like that next time you go on an expedition deep into the jungle. But then I'd be covered in scratches and mood. It just adds to the experience. I don't think I understand. That's fine, you don't need to understand. You will help me become the sexy native jungle god. Hey, get on the bus before leaving behind. I can stay? No, get on. Sorry, Faye, I have to go now. You'll keep yourself safe and you will see each other again, won't you? I will. Keep yourself safe for all of us. I'm not too worried about me. I'll protect Lena. The Great Ranger Girl gets to protect people from now on. She squeezes my hand one last time, before she turns away and walks towards the bus, waving furiously. It's just us now. The two heroines at the end of their journey. I can feel like I should have accidentally run over you to make it feel just like the first time we met. I tell us that you don't do that. You were never one for doing things right. I'm supposed to bump into you. You laugh, ain't we reminiscent about the old days? Shh, you're such a rocket being a heroine. That's why you need to stay with me. How am I going to properly train you to be here like me if I'm stuck on the middle of the ocean without you? You've got Jade and Man with you. But I want you idiot. We'll meet again obviously, but you remember what I told you, right? You have to keep working hard. You can't ever give up. So if I can't go with you, I want you to take this instead. Use it to have a goal. Master it so you can challenge me one day. That's time jokers too. Why are you giving it to me? Because I don't want to forget about me, okay? I want you to play it and remember all the fun we had together. I want you to think about playing games at night. I want you to think about the cookout. I want you to think about everyone who brought us together. Kika, I will always remember the way you bounce to your feet when you're nervous about making a presentation. And how I would always sleep in the room if someone put a sitcom. There's no way I'll be able to see sharks without remembering tasty jinbei. He did you before you did him. Maybe you're right. Maybe we'll see each other again. But just in case we don't, I'll say it. I want to know how much your friendship meant to me here. Goodbye, Kika. Goodbye, Faye. I only have a few spaces left in the diary Lena gave me. I can't talk about how the adventures that await me or the bravery I didn't know I had to take that assignment. This book of my life needs to be closed. And I think I have the strength to write the final words into it. Goodbye, Space Sector Academy. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, everyone. End of Raising Angel's Hope. Future. Future? I guess that's how you name the chapter or something like that? Well, that was quite enjoyable. Thank you for playing. You're welcome! No credits, okay. So that was Raising Angel's Hope. I enjoyed it! I know I got angry in a lot of moments, but I got angry at Sunrider as well, and you know, even getting angry like that get you to actually enjoy the game. Truly. I mean, I can't say if you know, go on breaking controllers and so on, that's enjoyment at all. That's just faking everything, let's face it. But yeah, that was quite a good story. And yeah, Raising Angel's Hope. Basically, hope everyone enjoyed the whole journey with me through this game, and we are waiting for another Raising Angels to be released because IDHAS Studios is working on it, right? Right! I hope they do, they really, because we've got through 3 games and waiting for the 4th one. Right! Let's say our goodbyes as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you see you in the next game. See you. Bye bye.